Hello friends, I have a new editing video for you today. I'm in Lightroom and I've edited this flat lay that I just finished shooting this morning. And as you can see, the foundation of the flat lay is not really wide enough. It does not cover all of the table below. And I don't really want to crop this into a square, which would solve that problem. But there's another way I can deal with this wood showing through on either side. And that is to take it into Photoshop and clean up these sides. Now, if you subscribe to the Adobe monthly Lightroom, Photoshop, and all of the other things that they have, you've got Photoshop anyway. And I know a lot of people are a little intimidated about using Photoshop, but really it's so easy. This is a feature that I use very often. So I've got my image in Lightroom and I need to go up to the word photo in the Lightroom menu, and I'm sorry you can't see that on your screen, but go up to the upper bar where it says photo, click on that, and it gives you this menu below. You're going to come down to where it says edit in and come over across to edit in Adobe Photoshop CC 2019 and click on that. Then Lightroom and Photoshop talk to each other pretty well, so we're going to see Photoshop pop up here pretty soon, I think, with my image. There it is. Now, unfortunately, the screen is cutting it off at the bottom. Not much I can do about that. But what I'm going to do is come over here to this left-hand border, and you've got all of these tools and things over on the left. So I'm going to come here to the rectangular marquee tool and click on that. Then I come to my image, and you can see this little crossbar. I hope you can see it. You're going to come to the corner, click and hold down, and drag it over the area that you want to replace. And I'm going to come all the way down where you can't really even see it. Okay, and then I release. And then you can see the marching ants or the dotted line around the area where the brown is. All I need to do now is do a right click on my mouse, hold it down, and come down to the word fill. This little window pops up and it asks you how you want to fill that space that you've just selected. For me, I want content aware, and that's what it's on right now, but you can choose all these other things if you need to for a different image. But content aware is what we want. I click OK. And then you can see the little spinning dots here as Photoshop is working to fill in this area of brown that I really want to match my board, my foundation board. And there it is. So the marching ants are still there, and if I'm happy with what that looks like, all I need to do is click on the outside of those marching ants, and Photoshop registers that there. Now I'm going to come over to the other side. I still have the rectangular marquee tool selected. Come to the other side and do the exact same thing. I'll come to the corner and put the little cross hairs right at the corner, click down and drag all the way down and release. There are the marching ants again. I'm going to do a right click and fill. Click on fill. Yes, I still want content aware. Click on OK, and it fills this brown area of the table with my flat lay backboard. And that's all there is to it. Once Photoshop finishes that, there are a number of other things I could do if I wanted to. I'm just going to click on the outside of that to freeze that in. Now, I see over here that you can see kind of a line here. We don't really want that. So come over to, right now I have the patch tool showing. I'll click on the patch tool. There are other tools, the spot healing brush, the healing brush tool. Either of those would probably work. I kind of like the patch tool, so I'm going to click on that. Come over to this area where I want to get rid of this vertical line that's showing, And I'm just going to draw a line around the area again that I want to work with. Again, we see the marching ants. So I click on the middle of that and just drag it to the side, one way or the other, and Photoshop will fill that in for me. I just click on the outside of it and it renders it just like that. Now this image is finished as far as what I wanted to do in Photoshop, so all I need to do is come up to File and come down to Save, and Photoshop will automatically save it back into Lightroom where I was working before. It takes a few minutes, and so we'll wait for that to happen. And so you can see it over here. Let's see. There we go. So here it is in Lightroom, and I've got this taken care of. Because of the screen area not being long enough, I didn't go down far enough with my patch tool. So I'm just going to correct that in Lightroom. So I'm going to click here and just drag through that vertical line and click, because I like that. And then also I want to fill the line going horizontally because that is consistent with what I have across my image. So I'm just going to use again that little patch tool and match it up like that. So that's all there is to it. I hope that helps. I hope I didn't go too fast. Maybe you've used that feature before. But if not, give it a try. It is not that hard. You cannot spoil anything. It's easy, and it's a good way to extend the canvas or to fill in the canvas when you need to. So give that a try.